Today on Studio G, Allison Whitley sits down with Executive Director of the Ronald McDonald House, Allison McCarthy.
And Heather Fairberger has some information about Senior Sendoff.
And Brenda Gomez gets us caught up on the entertainment news. Studio G begins in 30 seconds.
Welcome to this Wednesday's edition of Studio G. I'm Eddie Vargas.
And I'm Alexis Murs.
We start off today's cast with news of a bipartisan bill passing in the Senate. Background checks for gun shows and internet sales of guns have now been put into effect. Senators urge citizens to understand the bill is common sense. It states that if a citizen is going to a gun show or buying a gun on the internet, they will be subjected to the same process if they were to buy guns from a store.
We next give you some information about the stabbing at Lone Star College yesterday. At least 14 people were injured when a student started a stabbing spree on campus. Sheriff Adrian Garcia says a suspect has been taken into custody.
A suspect has been taken into custody, a white male that we believe is approximately 21 years of age and currently enrolled at Lone Star College system.
Moving now to UNLV's campus. Spring commencement is around the corner. Students are being offered a one-stop shop for all their graduation needs. Reporter Heather Fairberger checked it out.
Senior Sendoff is an event where soon-to-be grads can get everything from their cap and gowns to announcements and so much more.
They can really come into one-stop shopping and really get everything they need to transition away from UNLV. Everything from class rings and announcements through being able to sit down and talk to financial aid about all those kind of last finishing up details.
For students, the event allows them to not miss out on any details they may need to graduate.
Cap and gown, getting your tassel, any other little alumni extras that you want to get, it's all in the same spot. And picking up, the name card? I didn't know I had to grab that. So being able to come in and having them say, you need to have this, I'm like, oh good, I can actually graduate and walk.
Currently, Senior Sendoff is only held once a year due to cost, but organizers are hoping to change that.
So we're looking at ways to change it, kind of streamline it, and maybe make it to where we can do it more often.
There are options for those not able to attend the graduation event in the spring.
If you can't make it to Senior Sendoff or it's not offered in the semester you're graduating, you can always get everything from the bookstore. They have great relationships with all these vendors and offer pretty much everything that's offered here throughout the year as well.
For Studio G, I'm Heather Fairberger.
Admission to Senior Sendoff is free for graduating students and runs until 7 p.m. tonight in the ballroom of the Student Union.
Clothing drives and food donations are not the only ways to help out a charity. I had the opportunity to check out the basketball tournament Hoops for Hope. UNLV hospitality majors hosted the 3-on-3 basketball tournament Hoops for Hope. All proceeds from the tournament will benefit the Shade Tree, sheltering women, children, and their pets.
Shade Tree is an organization for sheltered, battered women and children, and also for their pets. So what we're doing at this event is we're raising money to help support them.
After paying a fee of $5, students got the opportunity to play a little basketball for a good cause.
We get teams and we set them up as they come in and sign and pay their fees. And it's 3 people, and they do a 15-minute game, and at the end, whoever wins, they move on to another team. Let's say one team on this court wins, and another team wins on another court. They meet up, and they play for the championship.
These students might not be star basketball players, but they're definitely having a good time on the court and making a difference in someone's life.
First and foremost, it involves charity, so I think it was for abuse of women, so I want to definitely help out on that cause. That $5 to me is nothing. As long as it involves charity, I'm in it.
It's just one of those sports that everybody likes to play, and it's a good community sport because it involves a lot of people from all over.
The Hoops for Hope basketball tournament was not only hosted for a good cause. The event also helped Hotel College students gain experience putting on events.
The class is the first year experience for the hotel college. It is a new class required for incoming freshmen, and they are introduced to the university ULOs, and they are introduced a little bit through this event into hospitality and all the details that it takes to run something even so small as a basketball tournament.
The students were pleased with the outcome of their very first event. They are looking forward to hosting many more in the near future. For Studio G, I am Alexis Mers. The Hospitality College will be hosting 2 more events in the next couple weeks. Look out for flyers around campus for more information. When we return from the break, Maria Landoras will tell us about a festival that gave information about other cultures. We will be right back.
Hello, I'm Police Officer Paul Velez with the UNLV Police Department. What you just saw was an example of how quickly your property can be stolen here on campus. On campus, our #1 reported crime is unattended property theft. Here's some helpful tips. Always keep your property secure and on your person, and if you need to leave your property behind, ask somebody to help you and to watch your stuff while you're gone. And also, be aware of your surroundings and who's around you. And please help us keep the campus as safe as possible. Thank you.
Welcome to the Art Department at UNLV, where students can express their creative side. You can also check out the current exhibits at the Grant Hall Gallery, Jesse Metcalf Gallery, and Donna Beam Gallery of Fine Art, featuring recent artwork displays by students, staff, and local artists. Whether your forte is taking photos, painting a picture, or carving a sculpture, make sure to check out the UNLV Art Department located in the Alta Ham Fine Arts Building.
It's convenience. It saves me a lot of money because I'm on a meal plan basically, and it saves me time because I don't have to walk across the street. It saves me gas because I don't have to drive anywhere to eat, and especially being a lazy college student, I can just walk right over here when I'm hungry and not have to wait that much longer to get food.
Traveling the world is not always easy. However, you might not have to go very far to learn about a different culture. Reporter Maria Landoros has more.
People from all over the world are calling the United States home more than ever before. The International Food and Folklife Association celebrates the many cultural groups that live in southern Nevada. For 38 years now, families and friends have gathered to share their food, language, music, dance, costumes, and traditions during the annual International Food Festival.
It's amazing how many ethnic groups now are in town, and they have their own entertainment. They want to keep their own cultures going. So it's the greatest thing that we're able to locate them and have them come and perform at this event to represent the whole world.
The festival featured several native dances and performances from many countries, including Mexico, Japan, and the United States. With so many distinct people gathered in one place, trying different foods was definitely a crowd favorite.
Pollada, which is basically, it's a marinated chicken size, with Peruvian sauces, like Peruvian spices, and we marinate it and we grill it, and we add some potatoes and salad, and that's what we call pollada.
We try to make everybody be a part of the United States, although we like to promote our culture. We sell, which is considered Mexican food, What everybody knows best is tacos, and we sell tacos, and we sell also beer, Mexican beer.
It's events like these that allow people from all over the world to get to know each other a little better. For Studio G, I'm Maria Landeros.
That looks like it was a lot of fun. The festival is held every year, so make sure to check it out next April. For now, we're going to see what's going on in the culture of racing. Here is Bree Bradley with this week's edition of Motorsports Minutes.
Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Motorsports Minutes. I'm Bree Bradley. This past weekend, I was given an opportunity of a lifetime broadening my horizons in the motorsport industry. The host and main man behind KPCA Race Radio, Scott Mann, was so kind to seek me out and asked me to come to Fontana Motor Speedway and do pit interviews with drivers, track personnel, club organizers, vendors, and even fans for the Porsche Club of America's Festival of Speed. Coming from a background in dirt racing, I quickly learned that these things I learned not only made me a better journalist, but also a better driver and motorsports enthusiast. A unique part of my weekend included the 50-year anniversary of the Porsche 911. The 50 models of the 911 from 1964 all the way until 2013 made their way to Fontana Motor Speedway for the event, including the 1964 Porsche 911 2.0 Coupe. Only 4 were ever manufactured and are extremely rare to come across, making its appearance this weekend very special. After a few live segments done from inside the passenger seat of a 1991 Porsche 911 C2 Targa during the track tours, it easily became a weekend full of new motorsports journalism opportunities. Speaking of Fontana Motor Speedway, NASCAR driver Denny Hamlin had a scary weekend there not long ago, crashing into the inside retaining wall and suffering a compression fracture in his back while battling former Joe Gibbs teammate Joey Logano. While Hamlin still attended last weekend's NASCAR race at Martinsville as a spectator, Hamlin will be out for at least 6 weeks recovering. In an interview with USA Today, Hamlin said, "I don't blame him for the particular injury. I do for the wreck, however. The injury was just circumstantial. Hopefully, Joey can keep himself out of trouble in this weekend's race at Texas." One motorsport athlete that is having no troubles this year, however, is Ryan Villopoto. Two-time defending champion Ryan Villopoto took home his 5th consecutive 450 SX class win and his 8th win of the season. After barely missing the Hole Shot Award, Villopoto launched from the gates in a clean 2nd place, but staged a game of catch-up. At the end of the first lap, Villopoto moved around the leader, Mike Alessi, and rode to his 32nd career victory. Villopoto now carries on a 21-point lead over Millsaps into the 15th round of the AMA Supercross Series. Round 15 will take place this weekend in Seattle, Washington as the first of the final 3 races. Watch out, Las Vegas, Supercross finals will be here before you know it. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's edition of Motorsports Minutes. After the break, Justin Fuller has your weather forecast, and Allison Whitley sits down with Allison McCarthy. Studio G will be right back.
Where is the moment we need it the most? You kick up the leaves and the magic is lost. Tell me your blue skies fade to gray. Tell me your passion's gone away, and I don't need no carrying on. You stand in the line just to hit a new low. You're faking a smile with the coffee to go. And tell me your life's been way offline. Time, and I don't need no carrying on, 'cause you had a bad day.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Bean Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
Welcome back from the break. I'm Justin Fuller with this Wednesday's weather's update. As you can see outside, it's 67 degrees, but it's actually, I would say it's a little bit warmer, but it wouldn't be Las Vegas if the weather wasn't a little bipolar. If you can see, the low is 51. The averages is 77 and 54. The records is 91 and 38. Around the valley or the state, it's quite sunny throughout the state. 57 degrees in St. George, 61 in Kingman, 58 in Lake Tahoe. Around the nation, it's actually quite cloudy for the most part. 33 in Fargo, 54 in Augusta, 84 in Miami. And it's looking pretty bad in the Midwest area. But besides that, everything else is pretty dry except for Seattle, of course. And for your 7-day forecast, the weekend's looking pretty nice. It's mid to high 80s before it cools back down to the low 80s. And except for Tuesday, it's going to be the low 70s. Well, that does it for the weather. Well, that's all for the weather I have for you today. We are now going to send it over to Allison Whitley. Allison?
Hello, today I am joined with Allison McCarthy, Executive Director of the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Allison. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. And can we first start out and tell me what the Ronald McDonald House is for those people who may not know what it is?
Right. Ronald McDonald House Charities and Ronald McDonald House, which is our cornerstone program, is a home away from home, a temporary home away from home for families whose children need to travel to Las Vegas because they need to receive life-saving medical treatment. They could have a critical illness or a critical injury, and their doctor or their specialty is in Las Vegas, and they live at least 50 miles outside the city, which we deem to be too far away to travel every day. Our mission is that the closer mom and dad and brother and sister are to that little one who is sick, the better that they're going to cope, the better and faster they're going to heal. So we want to keep that family as close together as we can.
And how many people do you have coming in and out of the house day by day?
Well, we have room to take 12 families. We have 12 family suites, and in each room there's 2 double beds, there's their own bathroom, there's their own closet, their own TV. So we can take up to 12 and 6 in each room. So we have 60. We have a full house right now. They're always coming and going. Some are a little longer term in their stay, particularly if that child's receiving chemotherapy, for example. We have one family that's been with us over a year right now, but our average length of stay is just about 2 weeks.
Do you have a certain amount of stay that they can stay, or are they allowed to stay as long as necessary?
Allison, that's the beautiful thing about the Ronald McDonald House. As long as they need us and they're in the house, they can stay. We're there to make sure that they have a ride to the hospital every day, a home-cooked meal when they come through the door after spending that whole stressful day in the hospital. We have laundry facilities. We have free sack lunches, not just for our families that are staying with us, but for a lot of the families that are sitting at the bedside of their children at Sunrise and UMC. So our idea is to try and take as much of that stress and anxiety off their plate. It's so stressful to have a child who is so sick inside the hospital, and it really puts that family under so much stress.
And the Ronald McDonald House is ran completely off of charity, isn't it?
Right.
How do you go about getting charity or people to come in and donate their time?
Oh, so important. Thank you for asking. As a matter of fact, we're a 501c3 nonprofit. So every dime we raise, is raised locally and we spend it locally. That's really important to donors in this day and age, to know where that money is going, how much of that money is going to the programs. 75 cents of every dollar that we raise goes straight to programs, because there are admin costs as well. But yes, we like to let our donors know everything we raise here, whether it's an individual, whether it's a family, whether it's a company or a business, stays right here to help these families cope.
And before the show, you and I were talking about how UNLV students actually have been coming out to donate their time to the Ronald McDonald House. How do they go about doing this, and what exactly do they do when they come?
We're so thankful to have the UNLV students. So many of them, some of the sororities and some of the community service groups that are here on campus, come out to the house all the time. And that's one of the wonderful things, is our offices are right inside the house. So every day we meet these families, we see these families, we get to see firsthand every day how giving back helps these families and impacts them. And so we have the university students come out and they do things, whether it's helping with our events like our upcoming run, or helping with our gala in September, or our food drive. We have lots of UNLV students, because that takes hundreds and hundreds to man those Smith stores every year and gather those food donations. And then we have students that like to come into the house and cook dinner. They come in, they cook dinner, and then they sit down and eat with the families afterward, which is really nice.
And you just mentioned your walk that you have coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's going on with the walk?
It's our Running for the House. It's coming up Saturday, May 18th. And we run starting at 7 a.m. Ronald McDonald himself warms everybody up, and then we run right around the house, which is what's so nice because we can do tours of the house. We have a family festival afterward. It's a really neat morning activity. So we'd love everybody to come on out. You can go to our website, which is www.rmhlv.org.
And what day was this again?
Saturday, May 18th.
Thank you so much. That's all the time we have. After the break, we're going to send it back to the desk for Motor News. Thank you.
Everywhere I see her chasing me, creeper, creeper, sneaking up next to me. The only thing she wants is the rest of me, hiding in the shadows, looking through my car. She's hanging with my friends just to be involved. She's a creeper, keep her away from me.
You! Hello, I'm being stalked.
Where is the moment we need it the most? You kick up the leaves and the magic is lost. Tell me your blue skies fade to gray. Tell me your passion's gone away, and I don't need no carrying on. You stand in the line just to hit a new low. You're faking a smile with the coffee to go. And tell me your life's been way offline. You fall into pieces every time, and I don't need no carrying on, 'cause you had a bad day.
Welcome back from the break. Brenda Gomez will now catch us up with our entertainment news on this week's segment of Did You Hear?
Hello everyone, I'm Brenda Gomez and welcome to this week's edition of Did You Hear? Alec Baldwin may be the next late night host. According to the New York Times, the actor and NBC are currently discussing business to join the network's lineups. Baldwin has been working on a past podcast series called Here's the Thing with WNYC Radio, where he has interviewed many celebrities such as David Letterman. So we shall see if Baldwin will be the new late night host. Beyonce and Jay-Z are causing some controversy after heading to Cuba to celebrate their 5th wedding anniversary. Although the couple did get permission from U.S. officials to travel to the communist country, press reports characterized their trip as a vacation. According to the Havana Times, their trip fell under cultural and educational guidelines since they met with the dance group, a children's theater company, and an arts institute. The U.S. Treasury investigated the situation after 2 members of Congress suggested it. In a letter obtained by CNN, the Treasury Department stated that their trip did in fact fall under the educational guidelines. If you did not know, due to the U.S. government's travel embargo with Cuba, Americans are not allowed to visit the country for tourism. Celebrities are the new victims of prank calling, but not just the normal prank calls. Comedian Russell Brand was the latest celebrity targeted for swatting. According to CNN, Los Angeles police received a call Monday afternoon about an armed man at Brand's home in Hollywood. Police were sent to his home, but there were no signs of crime or anyone in need of medical attention. The term swatting developed from other previous incidents where several police and SWAT teams appear at the scene. Ashton Kutcher and Justin Bieber have also been victims of swatting. Well, that's all the entertainment news I have for you. Now we'll send it to Stephen with your sports update. Stephen?
Thanks, Brenda. Welcome to another appetizing edition of Studio G Sports. We're going to start off on the softball field where pitcher Amanda Oliveto was named Mountain West Conference Pitcher of the Week. This is her 2nd honor this season and 6th in her career. Oliveto went 1-0 last weekend, including a complete game on Friday. She registered a .66 ERA over 2 starts, working a total of 10.2 innings. On Friday, she struck out 8 Fresno State players, allowing 1 run on Friday. Well, sophomore Kurt Kitayama was named Mountain West Men's Golfer of the Week from action from April 5th through the 7th, the first honored by a UNLV golfer this season. Kitayama had career and collegiate best during the tournament, finishing in a 5th place tie. Golf Week also named the Rebels their Team of the Week as a result of winning the tournament. And the Las Vegas Wranglers, they continue their first round series with Stockton last night. Stockton leading the series 2-1. Vegas got on the board early with 3 goals in the first 10 minutes of the game. Stockton climbed to within 1 before the end of the first, but Vegas striked with 2 more in the third to win the game 5-2 and even the series at 2 games apiece. Game 5 is tonight at the Orleans Arena at 7:05 p.m. Also, the 51s lost their second game of the year last night in Fresno 4-1. They have 2 more games in Fresno tonight and tomorrow before coming home for the home opener at Cashman Field on Friday. Well, that concludes sports for this wonderful Wednesday, but stay tuned because after the break, Alexis and Eddie has more news for you. Stay tuned.
Is that thing getting closer? Look how high that thing's going. Look out there, look at the debris. Give me the camera. No, just drive, I've got it. Zoom in, zoom in. I can't believe this is happening. Oh, the size of that thing. It's everywhere. Are you getting this? Yeah, I've got it. What was that? It's the National Guard. How'd they get here so fast? I don't know. Pull over. Pull over.
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Check out NationalGuard.com.
Just like the Air Force Thunderbird pilot I flew with, I have to make split-second decisions as a top fuel driver. Hi, I'm Brandon Bernstein, driver for Kenny Bernstein's 2010 Copart Lucas Oil Top Fuel Dragster. To make it in the NHRA, I've had to work hard, stay focused, and make smart decisions along the way. To reach your goals, you need to think straight, stay on track, and give your very best effort in everything you do. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
The inability to breathe, snot pouring out of your nose, it's a real hairy business. As a firefighter, I'm a student of the weather, and I've noticed that there's a change that's occurred in the last several years. We're having many more large and damaging fires. Sometimes thousands of fires will occur. If the climate changes and we don't have the water we need, California could dry up and blow away.
One organization is taking a different approach to help youth. Reporter Donald Woods tells us more.
There are numerous ways to impact the life of a child, but the Las Vegas Fight Club is striving to get at-risk youth on the right track through boxing and mixed martial arts.
We try to help kids stay off the street, keep them busy, you know. Well, they get bullied at school, so the parents bring them here, try to teach them how to defend themselves so that they don't get bullied at school. And it's a program just to keep kids off the street.
And it's more than just learning self-defense. In learning boxing, the youth also encompass many life lessons. The youth enrolled in the program can also see the positive impact it has in themselves.
I love it. Before I started, I would go to juvie like every weekend. My mom has to take off from her job, come get me. And since I started boxing, it changed my life.
It makes a big difference. I used to be overweight. I was like about 240 pounds. And I've lost those 40 pounds, and I'm still going down more.
I experienced a lot through my life. So I teach these kids, because I've been there, the hard times, So I try to teach them stuff that, they could use in life.
Everybody that's around me, they motivate me. They give me like all my dedication, hard work. I just love it.
And even though the overall theme of the Las Vegas Fight Club is to teach boxing and mixed martial arts, the message that is spread here to the youth is that they can achieve anything they want in life as long as they do their best and give it all their effort. For Studio G, I'm Donald Woods.
That's all the news we have for today. I'm Alexis Murs.
And I'm Eddie Vargas. Have a great Wednesday.